a police officer in one of 1,300 jurisdictions across the country stops you on the street, they may now be able to pull out a phone, scan your face, and run it against 250 million government records to check your immigration status in real time. And this week, a federal document confirmed that every photo they take goes into a government database for 15 years, even if you're a U.S. citizen. Here's what the government's own paperwork actually says. Here's the trigger. The document is a privacy threshold analysis and a required federal assessment of a program's privacy implications. It was first reported by the tech outlet 404 Media, then confirmed and covered in depth by NPR on June 18th and 19th. The document describes an ICE facial recognition app already deployed to local police in 1,300 jurisdictions. What's driving search today is the combination: the government's own report acknowledging U.S. citizens will be captured, a real case where it went wrong, and plans that could expand it further. I'm going to stay strictly on what the document says and what name outlets have confirmed. 3 boxes: what's confirmed, what's unknown, and what comes next. The confirmed record sourced to NPR and the DHS primary document. The technology is called the ICE Task Force Module, a mobile app that is part of the federal 287G program. That program has existed since 1996 and authorizes local police agencies to act on ICE's behalf during routine policing. NPR reports that approximately 1,300 law enforcement agencies are participating in this program nationwide. When an officer uses the facial recognition function of the app, it scans the person's face and runs it against more than 250 million government records, including visa records from the State Department and the traveler database the TSA uses at airports. If the scan flags a match suggesting the person may be removable under immigration law, the app tells the officer. Then it's confirmed directly by the DHS document. The photo is stored in an internal DHS system for 15 years, regardless of whether a match was found or whether any action was taken. The DHS Privacy Threshold Analysis states this directly, and the document goes further. I'm reading from the primary text. It says it is, quote, conceivable that a photo taken by an ICE non-federal law enforcement officer using the TFM mobile application could be that of someone other than a removable individual, including U.S. citizens. The government wrote that in its own privacy assessment. The ACLU's Deputy Director Nate Wessler told NPR the program is, quote, a recipe for disaster. Let me keep this sorted into 3 boxes because the story is spreading in ways that mix them. Confirmed. Approximately 1,300 agencies participate in the task force model. The app runs faces against 250 million records. Photos are stored for 15 years. U.S. citizens will be captured in those scans. The government's own document says so. Also confirmed, a real case where it went wrong. In April 2025, a U.S. citizen named Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez was wrongly arrested and detained for 30 hours after facial recognition technology misidentified him, confirmed by NPR's reporting. That is the confirmed record. Now here's what is not confirmed yet. We don't have a public list of exactly which of the 1,300 agencies have activated the facial scanning function specifically, as opposed to holding the broader 287G enforcement authority. The accuracy rate for the ICE Task Force module specifically has not been publicly released. We don't know whether Congress will take action, whether courts will challenge this particular expansion, or what the full deployment timeline looks like. The 15-year retention policy raises questions the document does not answer. Who can access those records, under what conditions, and whether the storage has ever produced false matches beyond known cases. Here's the context that makes this week's document significant. Facial recognition for immigration enforcement is not new. The federal government has used it at airports and borders for over a decade. What is new is the integration with local police and the scope. The 287G program was created in 1996 and has always been controversial. Critics have argued it turns local police into immigration agents in ways that damage community trust and lead to civil rights problems, while supporters say it strengthens interior enforcement. What's changed now is the phone in the officer's hand. a tool connected in real time to 250 million records. Privacy experts told NPR that this kind of expansion could have effects beyond immigration. Their concern, and I'm attributing this to NPR's reporting, is that it creates what they call, quote, a chilling effect on freedom of speech if people begin to worry that attending a protest or a public gathering means their face goes into a federal database for 15 years. To put the scale in context, 250 million records is approximately 3/4 of the entire U.S. population. And documented accuracy problems with facial recognition technology are not theoretical. NPR's confirmed case from April to 2025, a U.S. citizen wrongly detained for 30 hours, is a real data point, not a hypothetical. The ACLU told NPR the system, quote, generates false matches, terrorizes communities, and entangles untrained police in immigration decisions. Here's my read, and I'm clearly flagging this as analysis, not reporting, so take it as opinion. The part I find most significant is not the technology itself. It's the government's own document. The DHS wrote a privacy assessment, found that U.S. citizens will be swept into a 15-year database, and the program is continuing anyway. That is a deliberate policy choice, not an oversight. Whether you think that trade-off is justified depends on how you weigh immigration enforcement priorities against civil liberties. And that is a genuine values disagreement between reasonable people, not a fact I can settle for you. What I can tell you is what's next. Watch for ACLU litigation. The organization has an existing facial recognition challenge framework that could be applied here. Watch for congressional hearings. Lawmakers from both parties have previously raised concerns about facial recognition accuracy, and this expansion gives those critics a new target. And watch whether any major city's police department publicly pulls out of the task force module. That kind of defection would signal meaningful political pressure building. Quick recap, confirmed by NPR and the DHS government document. The ICE Task Force module is a mobile facial scanning app deployed to approximately 1,300 police agencies. Photos go into a federal database for 15 years. The government's own document acknowledges U.S. citizens will be captured. And in April 2025, a U.S. citizen was wrongly detained for 30 hours after a misidentification. NPR confirmed the case. Unknown. The app's specific accuracy rates exactly which agencies have the scanner active and what happens next legally. This is a developing policy story. Everything here is current as of June 21st, 2026, sourced to NPR and the DHS primary document. Details may change. Here's my question for you. Should local police be running face scans for immigration enforcement? And does 15 years of photo storage change your answer? Tell me below. Tomorrow, I'm breaking down another story climbing search right now. The $60 billion acquisition that just changed who controls how software gets built. See you then.